EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Hoosier State, where Colts fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Today we have got a good one in store as part of our John Madden Thanksgiving celebration series, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And he gets a clean slate and a competition in his new spot in Indianapolis. Obviously trying to eliminate some bad habits he picked up in New York. But after a brief pit stop in Minnesota, this gives him a chance to continue the trend of veteran quarterbacks who have a chance to excel with a fresh start and a new team.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 9. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. Jalen Knoll deep for Houston. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And there's no doubt about the talent that we see from C.J. Stroud. We've watched it develop in his first 2 years in the league. But the best way quarterbacks are graded is winning. He's out there trying to win his 3rd division championship in as many years.
Looking to put a drive together. Play action. Stroud now. He's got this complete to Stover, the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 5. Stroud. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Stroud. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now Jones. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Down the field, he's got Warren. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Warren, 58 yards. And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Stroud sets up the play action. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Yeah, that's a good start to drive number 2. Remember, they had to punt the first time they had it. So maybe a little bit different sense of purpose here. And they start out with a nice gain and a quick first down.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud off the play fake. They'll let this go deep for Collins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing now is Stroud. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Motion man left is Kirk. Now a run. Here's the rookie from USC. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Stroud to throw it. They set up the screen. Marks. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
3rd and goal, Stroud. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on from 28 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. This pass left side to Downs. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Jones will sneak it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Jones. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's good for a Colts. First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Jones hit in the bullseye. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Josh Downs, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Badgley on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Stroud. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Neville Gallimore. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taking it about the 36. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Jones now throwing to start the drive. He's got his man. It's Pierce. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He'll get this one to Pittman. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Jones keeps it himself. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Left side, he finds Pierce. And he's got this down to the 35. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing Jones. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone.
A gain of 12.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
That's complete. It's Collins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And Stroud now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
I'll give him credit there. Nice job on the drag route. Bring the receiver across the field, hoping he can catch it in stride and turn it up. He was able to do just that, although he's just a little bit short of the first down.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Play action. Here's Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Marks now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Stroud looking to throw.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
A 49-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Well, the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Looking to put a drive together.
He'll start with a give to Taylor.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Jones.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Here's Noel. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And he returns this to the 22. Houston set to take over.
And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Stroud. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This 2nd and 4. Stroud working out of the gun. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the first down.
It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
A nice run there. He calls his own number, gets the first down, and then slides to a stop before he has to take any contact.
And that absolutely has to please this coaching staff because you know they've been drilling into his head. You're no good to us on the sidelines if you're not playing, right? If you have to be over here full-time with us, that doesn't work so well. We need you on the field, so sliding like that, they'll take that every time. Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now Stroud. He'll swing this out to Marks.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
That is caught.
And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Stroud to throw it. He'll complete this one to Collins.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
The 14-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 4. The throwing again is Stroud. The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And that is incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will do it for this first half.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
45-yard line.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Stroud going to give to Marks. And a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
That's another Texans first down. A gain of 29 yards. First down, Texans.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Up the middle, it's Marks. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From out of the gun, here's Marks. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Chubb is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the fourth quarter, even with the loss there on first down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, your only purpose now is if you can run out for a pass or actually carry the ball into the end zone. Otherwise, don't even look at the coach.
Marks fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Third and goal, Stroud. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
4th down. Here's Stroud. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
looking to put a drive together. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Back to throw. Jones. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Gotta love a guy who'll stand in there and deliver. No matter what the pressure, waits for the route to come open, hangs in there, and completes the pass.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. They'll look to throw again. This one finds Pierce on the out route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That's another Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a 2nd and 2. On the option right, it's Jones. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Here's a sneak with Jones. And he is going to have a Colts first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
A short one there, caught by Warren. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Now he's going to step up and run. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
2nd down and goal. Jones on the up, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Daniel Jones taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Badgley on for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On the ground, it's Marks to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Here's Stroud. Pass incomplete. Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. They'll let this go deep for Collins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now on 4th down, honors the punt team, sending this one away. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones set to take over again. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Yeah, and on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. The last series form, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll fake the jet sweep, and now Stroud to throw off play action. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Stroud out of the gun here. That'll be complete to Marks. Only able to gain a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Collins. Call it a gain of a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Throwing, Jones. This pass left side to Downs. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him,
why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 19-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Jones keeping it on the sneak. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Daniel Jones, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts add 6 to their lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out comes Houston.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Looking to put a drive together. And Stroud now to throw. Floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And he stopped immediately there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Schultz hauls in the quick throw. Gets through, and now an opening. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Stroud looking to throw. And one more time, here's Kirk. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here goes Stroud again. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Out of the gun, it's Marks. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they send a running back in motion right. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better.
Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well. And it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
So they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Jones.
A short one there, caught by Warren. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Colts. First down. 1st and 10.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run the jet sweep here with Pierce.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Daniel Jones,
48 yards.
and the Colts are able to add on to that lead.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
42. Texans 16.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Texans offense set to regain possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now Stroud.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Some good running from Stroud, and he gets them the first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
They run straight ahead with Marks. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Stroud. He'll try to pick it up himself.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a 1st down.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Open man is Kirk, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.